Bana beso dumelang, re boetse re kopane hape Plug Souls podcast musical and a lot. And a podcast, it's live music, it's events organization, we do a lot, and we host one of the most convenient conversations. So today on this episode, Kibuale Khalala, a legend. Those who don't know about, those who are not familiar with him, Mophete Khotso Tsekeletsa, he has traveled abroad. He has shared different stages, marvelous international stages, even with the international acts. He's been part of the greatest movements it's only crying within the choral and the opera ensembles and opera fraternity as well. So today we're going to cover those topics and mostly importantly that industry, because it's one of the industry for about who they're not familiar with, but it's one of the most expensive what can I say, industry about musical compositions. So that I want to do me a little bit. Wa loka go jwa fela ne go pa o tsebise babuhi le batho ba shebile mo wana o manye.
I ka lebitso ke Mophete Khotso Tsekeletsa. Stage mane ba ntse ba ka le ka go sebisa le mona hohle mona Panache.
Yeah.
Tswalo qalo ntho tsena kaofela ka le ona mona re nyetso e sengangata mo tswa manga o Bloemfontein.
City of Roses.
Exactly.
Alright.
Yeah,
ke tsa bophelo ba hae o santsa itsebisitse he mare ntate nna ka batla re focus fela or mostly re focus choraleng and opera. How do you differentiate the two? Is the choral opera or opera choral? Are they into the big different?
Choral le opera ke tla ke ntho e lengwe di a nyalana empa o qala di before ka ba an opera simo qala choral yone that is like an introduction on singing notes. Now we know this formal kind of singing. You learn it from choral, then you elevate yourself as time goes on. And the best way to start, I start only school. So I start also to school. It will because choral we sing a lot of opera choruses, so it's a good introduction in terms of productions, the language.
Yeah.
We start to sing all these languages: German, French, Italian, proper English singing. That's where we start. Then after school, then if you want to pursue singing as a career, yeah.
So how did you fall in love with this music? And how did you discover for a talent for this music? And why did you follow?
My story is very, very much funny because I never saw myself as an artist or as a singer. It started many months ago where both my parents active in things that will elevate them and they're more productive. So we decided every time I want to church choir competitions, so both my sisters, they found this choral thing amusing. Now it was boring. I was tortured because then because I Methodist, St. Peter's Methodist Church. Under the Beijing it used to dominate Methodist competitions. So I still remember I was still young. I think I was 7 or 8 when I started hearing about this young boy. He's a phenomenal. Everyone was raving about him. St. Thomas Methodist Church by the name of Mroleli.
Yeah.
So there was this one competition where our church choir was defeated by his church choir. By God's grace, he was standing next to me. So they started singing like we celebrate. He started singing. And I had this most ugliest voice ever. He's a tenor. And I started laughing. I said, but people are busy raving about this guy's voice. What is so beautiful about this?
Yeah.
So the following day at home, it was Monday at school. Both my sisters were preparing kaftin. I started laughing. So everyone in the house was like, hey, Mona, what's that? I started asking them, what is so beautiful about Mr. Moroba? Imagine how much Ubina so then I sang. Instead of laughing, they were like, huh? I'm like, that again. I repeated again. They were like, but they were aware that I'm not aware of the talent.
Yeah.
All I realized was like, every time I imitate Tamamoroba.
Not talk more.
Yeah. Everyone is
surprised.
So, but because back in the days, this choral thing, in a lady labels. So I got to get a start in both my sisters. Then when I was in high school, I was still in primary school. I was joining quite a school, Yakashu. Now, this is where it started with me. Bolo, Kidula Pami, Rapalot Roplente, Rahul. Regima every day. Teshamo facility, born a piece of paper with him, Do Re Mi. After Do Re Mi, they traveled the whole South Africa. Just standing there, Do Re Mi, and I was like, man. Then I gave out our travel and Bayabo Haunting, Bayabo David, Nazago, Rockland, take a war. Then I decided always again, let me just give it a try. Then I got our travel. Officially, that made my parents very happy because Bolo, it was not serious because of, as we all know, Bolo it becomes serious in more junior ranks. It's the professional team, which is not easy to enter. So, number 3. Then I started hearing all these beautiful voices coming from Holuya Zenze. I wondered, who are Galamar? Bege Yanje, fully curious. I was 12 years of age at the time.
Still in
Primary, yeah. I get a gabon, you. So what I want that day by being. I get a copanelena tower Morovan again. He was a one that day, Baba Bina Monata, and Avanga gave us idea of Bina. What's happening? Then Gacopanale, the late Reginald Sofa, teacher Sofa. Well, Villa encourage our guys, come on. Tell the Banyan and hurry. Then that's when it started with me. But I was not sure because of Nanagizi, Kwata school that travel. So I started out with community choir, Bloemfontein Male Voices. Although a lot of people were at our guest at no, I started with the community choir, Bloemfontein Male Voices. Then I started realizing what I want. I get to travel. All life has change, a little interest. I started enjoying myself. That's where I realized, oh, no, I'm in the right path.
And what voice were you? Bass, tenor?
Yo! Baba ngata ba reka ona motsoso voice aga eka. Kana go le west. It was small. Even the banana or hey. Maybe Angaleka was soprano out, but unfortunately, BAV, then the first tenor, second tenor, first bass, second bass. So, yeah, that's how it started. Then from there onwards, I took a year. Then after a year, let's go primary. I still remember it was our first performance. No, not first performance. Really, the first World AIDS Day, December the 1st. Yep,
was it 2001?
No. It was 1994. The first after democracy, after the elections and everything. It's a performance more. Then, I take a form of that. I get in conduct their primary school. Fortunately, or unfortunately, he was also my class teacher. Then he saw me participating in the community, choir, Bloemfontein Male Voices. Then I was at school, ntwena e tlamehile e lokiswe sekolong e seng seterateng. So o tlo bina kwa reng ya sekolo. Official was not really excited about joining the school choir, but I can say it was the best move because that's where I started discovering this thing that is called a tenor. Because BMV, more the heat, literally. I would say I consider him as my first vocal coach because when I used to have a tenor and would follow in his instructions, which is why it was easy to recognize when I was at primary school against other primary school. Habi, especially the tenors. Yeah, then primary school, but I sang for a year. Then that's where I got used to the fact that, okay, we travel. I started getting bored because I get one of those who are hyperactive, so I get bored easily. But then I started checking out some of my friends, especially with BNV, because Bloemfontein voices had the most beautiful, talented guys.
Yeah,
raw, but they were like superb. And how about body solo body in the kind of reaction they get, that really started triggering a certain emotion in me. Because I know, okay, I can sing, but now I deserved an opportunity to be on that stage and showcase. Irrespective of how small my voice was, I always believe that Lena, I have something ever twice by you special. But the only way for it, just to work hard and convince the conductor to just give me an opportunity, which is what happened in 1995. When the take from my persistence, until I was able to platform, and that's where I saw my first solo. But it was not a formal solo, it was stability. And after singing that, the reaction I got from the audience can elevate the interest of being a performer, a soloist in a say. Yes. Then, of course, Kahisho Comprehensive Secondary School choir, because of both my sisters, they were part of it. I also wanted to go to school with you. But once I get to primary school, I then realized something, that at the time, the best school choirs, high school, in Lake Island, Sooner was definitely the best. And Kahisho was still coming. So Kahisho, as much as it was the most toughest contenders to these celebrated choirs, it did not have that certain individual. Like for example, Johnson Sohoba, those were the
heavyweight.
Dona Molalenya. Kaila Nina Lebo, Remoraki, Remolea. Kahisho never had that particular person. They were more like a family. So
it was not a stand-up act.
And they loved it like that, which was beautiful. Great. But I decided, or I saw an opportunity, and I said, if I can get an opportunity, or if any school will give me choiring, I'm going to try by all means to be among the best choristers and among the best soloists. And if that opportunity got out, I can be a soloist. I don't know, it's like a fly lane at least. That's thing, because I could realize this family thing, it forced a lot of talents to hold back a little bit. They were shy, they were scared. Because back in the days, if we not solo, quite they lose. So no one had that courage to do that because however that stigma exists. So I started working towards that because it was like a dream. Even though it nearly didn't happen because then primary I get primary high school a ka ra report ka nako because bo ngwana ke lahle dibuka tsa school mama le papa ha ba ya go principal go Kagisho I don't know he's late no I don't matli mo Kagisho then I get a school go to Seleso le go Comtech then I was like I ke to ka le nna bo tlhashomba then my mother was like no a day before go to book I had he tried to convince the principal palamodi nga trate ke boletswe ke vice principal then ntate Leo ka bolela ke ntate Lefuo ka bolela ke Mr. Mophete no bo sa ga ba teng mo ba tsene sekolong well o mo na setsa dula le go university so ba
ke la balesha
and ba discipline about but o imsimanyana la bona ba sima I don't know we'll see that's how I was granted an opportunity and he's a office principal a liar. Hello, next is place and I get black and white. I don't know now to say it's about but then up black and white.
yeah
Keep like I keep telling her blue manda. I get one I grew over gray. So when someone got doka fish go principal or one mistake you are out. So now with that warning I didn't really care. The only thing that I cared about was gets in. Dying gets in. And that's where it really started now, where I started shining. Even though it was not an easy task because from a distance, inside, the talent that was there. The talent that was there.
marvelous
I would say maybe let's say we've got 18 tenors, excluding me. 12, I promise you. They were there. And I was like,
competition is very tight. Competition is very tight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we keep like, sometimes dreams were meant to be dreams.
Yeah.
But along the way, I decided, let me just give it a go. I worked hard. But then Mr. Mroleli, on another these 10 days, he would hear you and become aware of you. But about ignorance, because I remember then this competitions, they started introducing this solo category.
Yeah.
And he chose 5. I don't know what had 5, I'll represent a Kagisho. And 10. I don't say Balam. Kemagala, Baba, Bisa, all 5 hours in Yamu. I don't know, just give it a try. Even if you lose, at least the experience. I was still young at that time. I think I was 14.
How's that true? Hana had a ski.
Now I was excited, but now Harry, even if you lose, I started doubting myself. He doesn't believe in me. Maybe he's building for future.
Yeah. Then
that's how he started. I still remember the song, Thou shalt break them from Handels Messiah. Yeah, we did it. Then I make a drill. Then at 2 days before the competition, about a bam, level 5. They've been there in school. They were our seniors. They could sing. About at least like we introduce our own to go back to at least one hour for at least the Kagisho. So, but what was funny was like it was that every time when I say last month, I want again, that latest mind meant a lot to me. But I could see confidence. But I could see what he doesn't want to say it. Maybe I'll be pompous or no, that's all what I wanted. For him to trust and believe that so our competition. I did the competition. Those days, I was aware of a lot of people, but those that I was scared of, who were a threat to me, kana go tsona le bo dintweta o bona le bo Phindi le Majola le bo Wanda.
Yeah.
So he asked me a simple question because tenors we were about 30. I was number 27.
On a competition?
Yeah, in the competition.
Yeah.
O bile so. Wa pele ke yo. Ona ba o le Motseki. Tseba be a ba mpotsa hore mo. So when I already na. I be like it's game even if I lose, whoever wins the competition, you must just acknowledge the fact that he's the best of the day. Abamboza worry like because I'm gonna make it difficult for him. I don't want to silver platter needs what like regular one. Abaga sharp. Because I don't expect to win. Then I kapalama stage to my shooting surprise. I felt winner, but they didn't even clap. So I decided my fate I can lose it. Only to find that I results I got position 1.
Wow.
I got position 1.
Oh, you shocked them to such an extent, like, wow, yeah.
Then I never stopped. Standard 7, standard 8, up until matric. Can't say 1. But now I was enjoying the moment I was soon. Since the opera, I was not there. Then I think when I was doing standard 9, grade 11, so I gave out the Bloemfontein, something like that. You know about my radar. He said I was the best solo tenor to do that. Mo paneleng nona le edimhlabonna le teng. Ke sa le Ndades Chola. So Eddie listened to me and was like, hey, why don't you consider taking vocal lessons and so forth? I was like, no, I'm not interested in that. Because back in the days when I want to go to school, after either one not teacher or life goes on. I never ever imagined myself living a life as an artist.
Yeah.
Because it was not even encouraged on us. I mean, he's the first Bloemfontein. I stand to be corrected, but he's the first Bloemfontein. Well, I studied music. I go to Devon, degree, I Cape Town. I pursue opera. This opera thing. We want to guy here at home. Besides, we don't want to change but life. We want to get lab here and for a year.
There's a trained voice.
Yes. So he tried. I was not interested. Then I still remember when I was doing my matric. He was adjudicating again. Kind of Saski competition in Doris.
Yeah.
In a provincial competition, I was late. Then Khapalama, this guy Basi, Masune.
Yeah, I know this. Yeah.
Then everyone was like, hey.
You're not on the water.
That year, Neribina, it was from Kozifan to Unaura Morosa. Unaura Morosa. Yeah. Then everyone was like, yo. Sooner. Even before I went on stage, again, I was like, I lost.
Yeah.
No. Just do, you know what to do. We know this competition. I went on stage, I said, same thing again happened.
Yeah.
Arena. No one stood up, no one said, no one clapped for me. I stood there after singing the whole song for like a couple of minutes, seconds. Then I went off. As I was approaching the door, people started jumping and cheering and what. So now, can you share what are you doing? After backstage. You did your best. A lot of ladies came running to me. Yeah, Victor, I'm like, yeah. They know about whether they were sharing me or what. After competition, I don't want to Google stories. What paneling, it was even chaotic. Where one adjudicator, there were one or two adjudicators. They were like, no, he's not convincing. The rest, they were crying while I was singing. They were like, this is it. Then Eddie came to me again. Hey, Mona. I was like, last night, I want to take me out room, you sharp, and people say, but the architect, then our national was a disaster, man. It was a disaster. I still remember at the City 3-2-1, I was not there. A friend of mine, given a course from Pumalanga.
You know, party Afro tennis. No, not even.
No, Afro tennis. They are both from same area from Pumalanga with Benga, but Afro tennis is Mabena. Nkosi you only ballet together in pretend, the famous pretend. So I was that many the results here. I got a position 7 or 8. There and then I was like, this singing thing, it's one kids, I like something like this. And I think I was not well prepared. It was still the body conductors, they didn't know this things of investing in the vocal coaches, so whatever service you so the ladies started YouTube back then you take offs. People like maybe it's a line. Now almost every week, the late. They're on my case. I was a missus. I was a getting I'm not interested. So they were on my case for almost 3 months. To a point where I was like, I want these guys to get off my case. Let me just go and see. Just give a hot of us in. Then I get an emoji with a musical. One in second is a reason for Yani, Apopanale, Polomadi, Capopanale, Temomaque, from Comtech, Equivalent, Capopanale, Tapelo Chulo, Contu, go to say Sapopanale, Tina Tsupani. And I was like, wow, they were no bus, so now I was like, I'm not interested in this. Last time, when I compete more, Cadicool. Then singing lesson started.
Who was the coach at the time?
In Tennyson. And I was like, wow, these guys can sing. They were in a Carolio band, I've been a Gloria. To a point where I ended up asking myself, how did I defeat this guy? Because he can sing. That's where he sang that thing. I got goosebumps. And I was like, wow. Wow. I was like, hey one. That's where I switched off everything. Within, I would say 15 minutes. This is where I'm supposed to be. But still make it was open. As in chorus, I get a good quiet in the soul. Then again, I go for no, I want to chances are like this. Only if you work hard. You're a silence of a pressure from one set or only you must work hard. Hard work. And Satatella because it loses that instant is I dish that's where the Tawaga opera started. Unfortunately, starting one to
it's interesting, man. Yeah, because I still remember some of the other acts. I don't know for whenever I click a period of film, Tabam Seneca. Where was Tabam Seneca during this time?
Because of Nagiji in 2001. Then I started training. Then in the middle of the year, No, at the beginning of 2002. That's when they came. Majita into GMS.
Yeah.
Motaban Senegal, Bomambo Batla, the Bombo.
Yeah.
Manabat.
Oh.
Then Batla Majita, then they auditioned. At the time, Taban, no, what would be base.
Yeah.
Then Chenazana Babu, I'm interested. Movoice in Yarao. The Hamandoro, Nata Paris. Then they train after, I think, 2 or 3 months. Tama started having this wonderful voice.
Yeah.
That's where we met. 2002.
Yeah.
Yes, but I stayed. I was with them for a very short period because I completed my matric, and things were not going well. Because I wanted to pursue music. You know, that's amazing. We went to the Department of Education, asking for bursaries, just to support. They were not convinced. One day, I don't know. When I asked bursaries, I was studying music. So it was a little bit discouraging. Then I started believing less, but I didn't say one before. No, don't just give up. Hurry, you never know.
Keep on pushing.
Then Tenazelo studied go University of Punch. And Gisamo, it didn't go well because his vocal coach, Kanagonele head of department, Professor Nell, was like, you know what, about the baritone basis. But the tenors, they diva, so the University of Cape Town was late because we applied a year before. And now we are showing the apply now and he should see the architect going to box. Then came Voyana, I had this company called the Black Ensemble in Pretoria. So he was asked to go there and be like a permanent house soloist. So Tenazaba no man, ever was a me, black tie. So I was like, hey, so no. So
the rejection is a buyer throughout. Yeah.
So black tie, by God's grace, he made little pay for my good offs. Because we also used to host the concert annual Mimi Kuti.
Yeah.
On St. Mimi. So about that time, come on, dress from Binela Mimi. Mimi called Officer Black tie with me for target killing. Blah blah blah. I didn't expect much from that. And they organized a proper audition for me for Pretoria. Which was also hectic because one of the tenors, Black Tie Ensemble, left via Jimmy, Jimmy. So when I was to fill up on spaces, how do you feel a moment? I got
bigger shoes to fill, oh?
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much. Then how do you feel more like audition? You know, the tenors from Cape Town, University of Pretoria, let's say, CUT, I said CUT, and TUT, Swan University of Technology. They were there. I think we were about almost 50 people with degree and everything. Now you should just be some Hagis. So I was like, I'm here to audition. Mimi can I more? I get face. Because they were speaking all these languages. I guess I understand some music. I was like, hey. Magizi moderato look it on the blog. At the time I was 20, 21.
Very fresh.
Yeah. And they could see
mentality.
Justice. And they could see what then Black Tie, when I went to see the accommodation. The once again, how is it when I'm on relax, then tomorrow you go back home. I was like, okay, fine. I was supposed to sing 3 arias from different German, Italian, and English. So if you know English, you want to stop in the middle of I can play Italian. I did the very same thing. They stopped me one, I wanted to do the house. Then they check, you are a rare talent, of which I know nothing about that. I know nothing about that. You are a rare talented or what we groom and you are still young. but probably you don't have what others have, but audition qualification. But we want you to be here. Then, in the middle of that interview, this concept then started.
Wow.
Because of me. Like, no. But Lord say, what la correspondent UNISA, the studies training practicals we do them here with us. That's how Intuitor Scheme started.
Wow.
Then I came back, I volunteered because Lenny was on his way out at Europe. So he didn't want to leave some of us here and be frustrated and so forth.
And unattended so that because why it's you leave us skills the talented guys. So I can see about give up because you already seen for here.
So I came up like this thing incubated in this study, by the way. It was still in the process and they digest you. About more now is again. If it materializes, no problem. Which is why I say I spent a little time in what I'm saying like 2002 because originally around April, May, June, they called me and I left. Kaya black tie, 2002. Then they gave it away. Another time because whenever it's in the land, Voyan. Are there any other singers? I was like, yes, there's a lot. Then they opened audition 2003 because 2002 it's amazing. Even though for me it was also another drama because I feel like black tie. He forced me to do a small role from opera Puccini, Madame Butterfly. Remember, I don't know how to read stuff notation. Tonic sulfur and tonic sulfur thing. There was given a score. Hold in that room. I know nothing. I can't read. I can't.
You don't know where to start.
Yes. Answers again. I practice. Two appendix. So they started doubting me. They were like, I'm coming a burden to them. They're spending so much money. Then I went for the operation, the appendix. December 2002, that's when they told me, it's starting from next year on 3 months probation. You just want to see. But you know, get probation, if that's amazing, at least. Because I mean, of December, they were not nice because I was depressed. Because of people say, Bloemfontein. Okay, I might as well join a Free State Opera. And I nearly didn't go back at 2003 because of that statement.
Yeah.
But then I decided, of course, my father advised me, just go there, do your best, even if I'll succeed. At least you tried. Or I can't tell you so I tried. That's when I went back. Then the Vampella or I gave them all my friends for them on an audition for black tie. They gave us a message. Then I went back and I worked hard, I did everything. I still remember February. Big boss around Bizarre don't tell anyone. They are just steering you along. You are already in. The schedule of ethics are you surprised us. I want to be serious. That's when it started. Then what happened about audition? They loved them. After what happened, then a lot of Bloemfontein from Bloemfontein to a point where everyone, Jonathan Dunham asking themselves, now go Bloemfontein is because I want to Bloemfontein they've got beautiful voices. I was like I said, Free State, Bloemfontein, that's got talent. Up until today, I can still sing up until today.
Yeah, this is where I want to go. You got mentioned at Bloemfontein and but while I don't realize, so now the question is, does Free State invest in talent that they have now?
Yo.
Because if those people can see for him and there's something going on, now we're investing enough in ourselves.
Back in the days, I never started, and when I was trying to shoot out, they would create opportunities. but they decided to pursue careers or advance themselves overseas. Ever since, up until today, I can boldly say, no. I call Free State, as much as NLA, one of the best theatre, purpose.
Yeah.
It's known around the world. University, orchestra, talented let's education.
Too much.
Investment in mix. To a point I still remember 2014 or 2015. Can I go panale and then HUD, yeah, arts and culture, Mr. Malakwa, asking me, Lipito, Le Shao, for the guys, hey guys, why all these choirs around South Africa? Didn't learn about Bloemfontein. Mama Bloemfontein more ili also bad. Then it goes back to exactly what you are saying. Investment. They don't invest in the arts. I don't know when last Free State producer a world class singer. I mean, some of us when we are celebrated because of Black Ensemble, well, we started here. Yeah. Instead of Batwala away because of Batwala Bloemfontein. No.
How do you think we can change this stigma? Is it between the higher positions in the Department of Arts and Culture? Do we need to write proposals? What is it? Because to be honest, I've always seen Free State as the best artist ever in all disciplines.
Yes.
In all disciplines. Because K18 she's doing amazing. And she's herself but there's there's a lot. But again, you can't change because an albotina numzana,
yeah. And it's been years now.
It's been years.
Yes. And I still remember, I think even now, she's still trying for a push things like Bopako, Celebo, arts and culture. But I don't think they don't want to come to the party. I don't know. Because each and every child, never let you it's straight. For I'm thinking, when I want to talk or the Tlakalina, it's very conclusive. Or rare county.
Yeah.
Baba Boza, a simple question about what's the use of a PSUA, this thing, the Lago Houting, arts and culture, Houting, and consider. Why Lerona more than arts and culture, but nothing is happening. For the whole year. So I think up there are a failure because we still have a lot of legends who are willing to do the work, but they are not supported.
Yeah,
they don't get a proper support. I don't know. I'm sure Lene what's in the proposals they cannot go here. But nothing is happening. I know a lot of people who are doing and being negative. But the fact remains, check out Limpopo. Compare more and say, "Oh, my high, but I don't move on schemes." What do we have wrong? That says,
product
Free State also Natala it is against Uzalo and again production has to start not even 10 years ago. Rona, we've been having all these things, but we have nothing to show.
Yeah, really, because Bloemfontein of Free State is a political city or province, Singapore. Yeah, because I remember there's this one time me for Yani Mr. Nemangat. I think he was in Jimmy. Then at that time, the country didn't have enough funds for I don't remember what happened. There's some sponsor outside of Free State maintaining for a Nevuyana Honodra. But they get up a country, how they learn about it. But the fact was, they had to go outside that in because it was national. Can I hear NetBank, old Mushwa?
Old Mushwa,
yes. Old Mushwa, the competition did. But they had to source a sponsor out but we represent our own state.
You see, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Even Lerona, so myself, you would hear people saying that is yesterday's news. Today, as we speak, just because I got an opportunity, I go take. And a lot of people don't know this. They think maybe I applied, I auditioned. No, I didn't audition. I was approached because there is someone country, who knows what I'm capable of, who knows my work ethics and everything. And I promise you, that side we are celebrated. Extremely celebrated. Even go Gauteng, Cape Town, is same Mophete. I don't know what's happening here. I really don't know. And a lot of talent is very much discouraged.
Too much.
I don't know, maybe the politics or what, I don't know, but a lot of people are discouraged.
I think Free State, we don't have a vision of our own. Because now, I just read something, one Free State television, more DSTV channel. I don't know the politics, but by reason, for whatever the reasons, I don't know. So I don't have an opinion on that. But go once for sometimes I want to Free State maybe get rejections elsewhere. Because check talent, talent is to me, Feds like has a lot.
And also I know you are mentioning, but what was it about like school? I'm telling you. But the question is, after what? Because of I want about our one son that hope for. I don't worry. How do you there is this thing. It'll push on to elevate you to a certain level or push. Because like we're holding it's something wow. It's scary for one school. So I'm gonna it's a first aid.
First aid right. Because I got a vision. The elders got the Jesus sound out on another faith.
Too much. They might justify it as much as they want, but I mean, for this to happen, these are the correct channels. No. Those were your channels back in the days. Now it's now. And always the now. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. We should be having our own production house. If we done the whole South Africa, anything or actor or singing or dancer or in, because of other provinces and whatsoever. But nakibaga mo ke goletseng go raga batho ba taboga ba ba swima ba ba dlala bolo ba tennis rugby bona first it but
Tolo.
Celebrate motho a setse a bua a le kwale butlwa for all tla Bloemfontein ke wa rona. All along there was no care and so forth, which is why it's so easy for other provinces like Gauteng to come and scout for what Bloemfontein aba mo bona ga motse ba lo e build already.
Ha re tsa motho la santsana le career e blumang ga Gauteng wa tla Motleng. Ke phetsa ngwana Motlatsi ba le mo direla ngwana Motlatsi
ha ntsa sumule a struggle at least it's wazama let me know wazama ibona ko wadi abantu kada ka tournament at least there is something and okona go invite abantu go scout go ba go bona
talent so that batho ba gole
so at least to create a platform for soccer players for art no one
literally nothing. Because like I go Pekosegara, almost the same productions about to fell the people didn't to monoti fell and Pafella much in Chile structures in the city, so so we need to do something about it. And what are your plans so to make sure for me? Alright, I hear about the leaders and whatsoever about reject. When our plan out in start because no Spanish one they have no one to look out for. Sheba mana idol idolize and role models that are not even here.
You know unfortunate part, I would say, is unfortunate and fortunate, is that, like everybody knows, Mophete Khotso, or well, I would say in South Africa, says overseas. The only thing that one can do is to unlock those doors.
Yeah.
He unlocked those doors.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Salute. Corel, even if I don't care who says what, he unlocked those doors and he makes sure, but he can't do it by himself.
Yeah.
Not only we still have to play a role, unlock those doors. Then instead of, let's say, someone or they need time to develop before by country, because of once you go overseas, there's no time for development. They want someone who's going to deliver. You must be up there perform. I think we need more time to come back and have something, or some sort of a bridge where I'm going to school, like an incubator kind of a thing. The ins and outs of the music industry and the entertainment business, so that I am fully aware, learn as an artist in a superb package. So that is a complete artist. So it will take a little bit of time because we still unlocking those doors.
Yeah.
By God's grace, we are not knocking. We are just unlocking. Some we are very much being invited by those who are trying to go Italy or London. Oh no, come and try this. Go Italy, go in. So I want to give you this chance to explore. Yes.
So, alright. But how now is there like most of the opera artists in Free State? They want to internationally most of the time. So is that the perfect business for us? Those international artists they want to never reside in South Africa, so that we want create a market and economy in Free State.
You know, with the arts, I don't know if what I'm about to say will be beneficial or what, because Gauteng, little Western Cape, the art is great. They've created a platform where it can be utilized by each and every artist. So Lerona, if we can like a little bit different vision, because some of those regular artists, Papa decent, Metriki, qualify for university, but unfortunately the funds are there. But they have this talent, a set of skill. Then then find their own passion, because as much as Renaldi voice, not all of us can be passionate in music also. But I got law, but it's not enough voice, but passionate in but Hana, all these means. If we can create a platform where it will be utilized by all these talents, it doesn't matter, there are reasons for doing that, but we can create this platform and make everyone aware that this is the platform. I think only then things will start.
Like what is it Confessor? But Confessor, man, it was a beautiful idea, but it was only temporary. What are your thoughts on that?
Confessor is it's a good concept, but once you nationwide, it becomes problematic because you work on a time frame. You work on a time frame. We need a platform in our at least 18 years or 19 years or something, at least about 3 years, 19, 20, 21, and that developing because of to become a fully fledged artist, not even a superstar, artist complete. It takes time. There's a lot to learn. So Yabone Confessor is a good concept, but get them off the stage for 2 months, they have to move around. So then after that nothing happened. Nothing happened. But when I confess,
are doing anything.
Nah.
They are not making a concert. Now, I think more Free State, I don't know if you say, but I did a little rather quiet too much.
Yeah, all right, especially Bloemfontein.
Yeah, Bloemfontein. Yeah, they rather quiet too much. Too much. Like, no, that's manga chokara, God forbid. Our Copanagada, a manara for men quiet. Yeah, we need to stop that mentality.
Babange, abagana need. Kila baboza emo. Why don't you try this? No, I can go busy for 6 months and another 6 months. Cannot just give it a try once. It will change your life. It will change your way of thinking. The interest you have. Okay, sharp or Ganda charity or charity is good and what. But the level, the atmosphere, I promise you get more appreciated. You are going to love what you are doing. It's saying this thing. I'm not suggesting that Korali here because Korali is a best platform. Some of us are going to discover these up and coming talents.
Yeah.
But now, how about it's about Dula Mobile? It's a place to be. It's a career.
Yeah.
It becomes problematic.
Yeah.
It becomes problematic because of how the Goristas has produced international. As a singers, Devon Serenity, you name them.
Yeah.
Mophete Khotso Tsekeletsa, but after us, what happened?
Our generation, we don't have that much of a generation. Then we see others are trying to do Misani.
Yeah.
If you are trying to work at Mabisani, you know. But I can tell they're very, very discouraged. Very, very discouraged.
Too much.
Because look because most of the time all the competition is very quiet. Little mama all of you out to go out there to supply state. They also do Misani, also Bakalanga to also validate.
And I love this thing or no competition. Back in the days, Annabelle can be a starter. Memangata used to go to the competition with what she had. But guys, this is what I have. If we lose, we lose. If we win, and the country used to win. With those unknowns, used to win. Fresh, unknown talents. I was part of them. I was part of them, but I would say I was the only one who was professional. But still, talented more. Wow.
What's so,
yes, yeah. But then I don't know. It's one of these things about my soloist. We go for opera singers, of which I still maintain it. Choral music is a platform for those unknown who wants to be known.
Yeah.
Not for professional singers. Yeah. Once you become professional, go do your professional things. Yeah. Then come back and plow back. And by plowing back, I'm not saying go and perform, look at it. Yeah. Rather say, competition. Win or lose. We really trust and confidence more among the choristers. Because no yana or the chorister are kissing your now, practice a president of all like your mamma obeyed. Meanwhile, also door moto. Oh, yes.
Professional gagas.
But so what I know choral music it's meaning and it's the Masati Seji. Seji. But Bonem Mohamu,
I think we need to adopt the mentality of Okamoso arts institution.
Oh yes, because I had a wrong concept. Because I was in Take a Start. I know him very well. And I started to I thought it was a choir. Last year, in really Pretoria, one of my all these things. Making the days together, Pretoria. Then became Mozart and like Bokamus, I don't know, Bokamus as a choir. It's an institution. It's in the music, in all this art, detail, Bokamus like a brand. I was like, wow. And quite really one year, I see, but what Pretoria, about the whole South Africa. And I was like, wow. And I want to be whenever I dance, I was like, now, Gauteng, ya Tempela now. It has created platform we have facilities.
Yeah.
We can turn it into that kind of institution.
Like
it used to be before. Molore hands ka tsana sekone ke tsona music hall. Bona bo chabela strings. E sa tlile bo chabela strings. Tsere e tsa re rena na ke bana ba ipona ka ba bete nyana. Go ra twa bo mama. Kanti there is no such a thing. It's for everyone. Bona bona ba tsena go boka hisho go le kholo dikolo tse ra go ba itshwa le beke tsa bone di violin di ba ya go music hall. Ba dira dilo tsa. So instead of let's say from Boneba or Peter Guy,
and I don't think we have enough dialogue because our people are fixated to choral, very fixated to choral.
I mean, there are a lot of people within the art, they're interested in a lot of things. Like you, for example, was poetry.
Yeah.
And poetry is something that is just, it is deep, it is there, but for you to start enjoying it and embracing yourself, how deep?
You have to leave this place.
But how small you about
you have to leave this place.
Once you hit that note, but you were here, doing it here. That's the thing.
Gape ra skemiwa man no itse batho ba Bloemfontein once ka ga kana le tšheltenyana they don't give you enough funding ba dula ba sena budget le ba rata di buruskap ba rata di favor for him ga go tsikeng ai kana next mara ke tla bona nyana ka prettynyana ka pa ba o bolella dilo tse re ka banganya sozonyana video bets kana go tlo share stage international act ka pa not international but superstar aba you 500,000 when I want to about our budget about 1.5.
Exactly. Yes, the Department of Education 2021. And the results are in 2 years out of metric. Then the late was going to have some kind of invitation to celebrate first day high performance and so forth. The approach, I was angry. They even apologized, seeing him promote. I'm like, promoting me.
About expose, about high exposure.
No, exposure. I'm lost now. You know, I can't get simula. Can we get 20 plus in the industry? So I can't say about promote the Gigan overseas. About is an unknown, but it's easy. How to get a voice in the meeting. I sent a short clip and they were like, contract you. That's all we need. And I get like, I'm not sure. I never want to perform. And they loved it. They were like, sharp. I had a low promote. Why is it already? I'm promoting to be one. So so hopefully as time goes on something will happen. Because I don't understand why they started like the Department of Arts and Culture.
And I think active, to be honest, they are barely active. We don't know what they do there. We have no idea.
Last year, for example, what happened to Makufi?
Selo le mogana ke Manfred I think o created level festival. There was a festival all of mo Makufa wele I think premier le no ida statement but akasuka se aga statement esa regarding Makufi but baboledi concept of Makufi.
So literally we have nothing.
We have nothing. Because Makufi used to be like a pride hour number Free State. People are going hoping across South Africa, just a mere week, not mere a week, activities here. So they did it different because there used to be but
yes.
Only craft, only dance, only theater, only opera, only jazz. Yeah, starter out and in Sans International. I know line up on I said Kalakama, Kuf, Gabatwamanga, Setalagadi.
And I happy this thing. I still remember the last festival I came for COVID, where Koma Hajar and the performer, Kagupi like a classic. They were one of this lady called Matape, okay, Hoyet, the Makuti, just yeah. And they were like curtain raisers. What in my opinion, I think to be corrected. Bone, they are much better than those people. Just because those people are these stars. And later on, about trouble for I get it being last time in a main act, I get it being. Motobu and Yabu keep up. What high? You take a risk of them, can I want to miss? 30 minutes. Do your thing. If you fail, you fail. Just take a risk.
You're not an investment. It's not about we are afraid to take risk, but we don't want to. People in a power, they don't want to give us anything. I get one as a Mophete Tsekeletsa. Is there any other matters? Is there low or in Sagama?
Not really, but that I wish it can happen. Those up there, they need to do things how they were done before. Development was the most important thing.
Definitely.
Let's invest in our youth. As we can see, Bloemfontein youth are not here around. When I was at the age of 14, 15, Kiwo, instead of reinvesting more, so I so wish we can go back into this thing of investing in the youth, because whether we like it or not, they are the future.
Definitely.
We are already here. And we were very much fortunate because we grew up in Canada, but we were very much focused, strict, and it's like I know you are not allowed for one another rights.
That's the problem.
Whereas back in the days, if you did a Porsche, Mama Bank Academy, because how we work out because of and report, you don't tell now. Go Baba, Banabaka Shore, Rebana, Isimbanu. So I just wish we could invest more in the youth.
Because one of us Sunana Helen Tatiba, primary Kiabajana, Lamzaba, Hetamo, lots of mega ball, lots of hot money, money, about $2.
Exactly. And I was embarrassed just last week. Banaba school. Yatsama, Karaga Navandela is in quite a bon hole. Babana was a big by the behavior, Bahana was one of Bana. Can I run another China but I need to sell a strategy? It's had a strategy and I summer. But I want to go to not say, now I get one. I never you Simbanu.
Is it because of content that I consume more social media, more television, about most of the things? But wow, Finyana is not a good example.
Now I would say this thing is right. Right. Like he says, give you the one of us. They know they have a right for what we know in school. Cappy, 11 hours school. But more one, it is really a privilege. You must earn a privilege to be more quiet. Simple. You go to more school. You go to more school, whatever, code of conduct. Discipline, one school, and those are the only 3 simple things you can. And I give a regular banana. So that is why I school, Motobina school, Saga issue. How Jomo thinking a bit different. Kiba Huta, Central Halafo, no high school. It's a level of school, they go over to House. High school, that simply means almost Mroleli one, that side, on the real world. So it's a guy. And a large one. I try to go primary, how? School, high school, preschool, high school. Hey, this is a reality. Local university, whether university or TVET or A. I want to how class. You pay, you fail. If you don't pay, you don't get your results. They don't care. It's all about you. So at least never on our deal. So that's where I think really happen. I mean, Sarafina, these kids, they laugh. But I get I can't quite exaggerate you. You know, already I had it. And by God's grace, I was born during those. Okay, apartheid was in its twilight, 80s, but it was still rough. I saw some of the things they did when I was Sarafina. I saw them live. Banana, because when I
fiction,
and those are the kind of things they are saying. So this is the rights. And for me, they can reverse it, but it's a little bit too late. We need to have another way of making sure that this thing is going to get to our advantage.
Because I want to read video on a clap at teacher. Grade 9, grade 10, not clap at teacher. And teacher can't do anything about it.
A lousy 13-year-old, Abashaba Motolori is old enough to be his father or mother. And we should pick a man on Amurohaki. And a Motoga of Sumla Motua to child abuse. So, such things. One elite school. No, you're not.
Plus, there was a numerous assist my teacher was very so up. On a day where the Clarissa Jerisi on Icon, the school of so yeah, I thought I did a Mirabang guy because each on it's all Tarang and it's I discovered
the kind of people who stand in front of these kids because we deal as much as one of our Barata or Orchid level or mature. It's a Lebana. Kiloloses are one of the Chincha Matlake. And whether we like it or not, Maka are believable than we need. And it's like a right. It's not an easy road. It's tough, but it will lead to Calvary. Maka, it's a short way. Then at some point, Mota says a level 25, 26. Only then he or she realized that I've been wasting my time. Now going back and fix it, they become depressed. So we really need to be careful of people who stand in front of these kids. For Babua. Because cannot just want to really fresh. Whether moto or grade level 7 or 8 in the Wuhana, whether we like it or not. Our moto don't have 17 years.
Yeah, thank you very much for this conversation. We've been postponing it for a while, but it was very fruitful. Yeah, the people in the choral and opera fraternity, but I never had any dream on I can go any further music. But at this moment, I can feel I do have a talent and have ability because now I can see certain opportunities in international but locally. Now I want to send shout out to Bokamoso for being the champion of the world. Choir. Not just Kasi provincial, national. So I think Fugamos has said a trend, a bar for guys. These things are possible. You just need the right minds in them. You just need the right minds and focus because the talent is immense in South Africa.
Thank you very much.
There's this guy that's a trender on I think more Facebook on a Timber Voice.
Oh yes. And and I would like to sort of encourage people out of South Africa. When we have a talent like that, we should be careful of whatever theories or things that we say, because whatever comes out of our mouths can either build or destroy. Because now, I saw the post, I was impressed as a professional singer. But when I read the comments, they started comparing him with celebrated singers who are already there. And for him, I still think he's still young. He still needs a lot of grooming, a lot of. But I promise you, if he can, I promise you, South Africa more, it looks like something out of this world. He'll be among the cream de la cream. That's South Africa. Whenever you will pretend a little more. But we really need to be careful in saying, and he has arrived, because I read one comment where someone was trying to say, he can defeat anyone and so forth. No. Let us not do that, because for example, typical example, Motseki and mimic Motseki or one of the talented team. He can be one of the best players. I'll step in the barrel. I'm living in Motlatsi. There and then, since to like the stages, because of there are a lot of stages, more sharp you can mimic ever sport, but how to write your own. So Leone, I so pray that that drive, but you.
That voice,
man.
Because one of the talents in LA, let him go to Khotso, but like, you know what? Everyone is welcome to come in the audition.
That will be the best opportunity.
Exactly. So hard audition audition just like everyone has gotten. But as I approach, you never approach him.
And the patience. You need to be patient. I mean, I still remember I was 19, 20 when I started taking vocal lessons. I was told, Raymond, you have potential to be a tenor. And that I took as an offense, because I can go to school and get a tenor. But I know you're not a tenor. Then I was told, sounding operatic, it will take you 6 months. But the technique, if you are lucky, my man, it's 8, but guaranteed 10 years. You keep on working 10 years.
Perfect the craft.
Yes. After 10 years, you'll be a fully fledged. Then I decided to take a risk, and I can tell you, they were not lying. I only became a fully fledged tenor and called myself a tenor in my 30s. That's how I started. So I get trained. It takes a very, so you need to be patient, humble, disciplined, loyal, work hard towards your dream. The road is not easy. No one is those who will tell you that it's easy, they're lying. It's not easy. So how can I go institutions like Vokamos and be patient with himself and allow himself to grow? I promise you.
And learn.
And Lord, yes. Otherwise the industry will chow him.
Wow.
It's not an easy thing.
Like the other day, I told these guys, because Shabeshita is at this moment is one of the most celebrated, because he's the hyper there. But if he doesn't get his business right, he's gonna get out of the business very, very soon. We've seen this happen so many times. I know where people need to know about entertainment and the music industry.
Those are two different things.
So if he master this, then Shabeshita is gonna stay rich for the rest of his life. Because you compare Desmond Dube, not compare, but just raise Desmond Dube. I adopt a get clientele. He wanted to be part of it and let it stake in the shareholding. Not just the face, to promote and clientele and also. This guy is good financially for the rest of it. So only that he still rates around the finances, because don't know how to apply them.
That's another thing. But financial education. A lot of people, they will celebrate you. For example, let's say give you an award. Then for the next coming 2, 3, if you are lucky, 5 years, annually you make 4 million. 4 million or 5 million. That's nothing, because as an artist, there are a lot of things that you have to create for yourself, like the benefits. You don't have benefits. Medical aid, you don't qualify, because you don't have a fixed salary. You don't qualify for that. a lot of things, or house, whatever, or what like in, we don't qualify. So you need to create your own wealth, which is why some babula with company. So that at least the more company you have, so long as I do whatever I do, on a fixed salary, so that can only benefits. Those are the kind of things that we don't have an idea of. If you get 5 million, obviously you don't want Mercedes-Benz, you don't want to live. I go a maintenance because there's a planet when
money stops coming in.
because of what I will like it, there will always be some fresh talent. We can't all, there's no one who's been relevant for more than 100 years. I messed up my finances and so forth. Loan is very much important. Financial education, it will lead you to understand the business side of things. So or let's say a label or sign a Motlatsi wants an exploit. Studio time. The performance in the cover work and that's a lot of money. So if you don't have that financial education,
because we need to build an image. There's a lot that is happening. That's why the first thing I'm going to exploit what we're not saying them on the contract.
No contract that is unfortunate, but mostly in the arts. Being hungry to try it that. Why says a cozy where to from there? I don't care. We know check the benzene. I stop. We start shouting all this exploitation. How do you shout that loads about to read your contract? You're not on aware you. So those are the one of the things still over.
Need to be very, very
careful. Yeah, and unfortunately, some of our brothers and sisters out there, like too much.
You're not even aware. Yeah, thank you very much. This was very informative, educational, and very, very beneficial. Today we'll never understand it. When I'm telling you in the next 5 years, people will refer back to this video and say, this has been trending forever.
Yes.
And hopefully when it comes whatever so that they don't find themselves in the same pit that others found themselves. And hopefully Free State, in the art industry, we have to have our own things and say anything. Moana just couldn't go to say it's ever. It does not need to travel anywhere, right? What's an school go UFC was right time UFC. You look on act on production in this series and I didn't move it for the
Thank you very
much. What pity say? One Talagan, there's a community for economy but hopefully leaders of our time, you're voted in the next coming elections that are corporate. Even the schemes are saying. I know there are 350 COVID. Artists were barely mentioned. Most speeches are the president.
Exactly. And it was extremely bad for artists.
Yeah.
Some they lost their lives. Because now I know it was hard. It was hard for them. They tried to boycott and do this. Even Zbungile Mngoma tried their best, but
well, the NAC, I want to go to office. Now she did all of the, and there's a lot of depression in the arts. Yeah, and I think I COVID saw 3, if not 2, people who committed suicide.
Yes, even a friend of mine, known as he committed suicide because of it was not easy. It was, especially for artists.
Yeah. That's too much.
Because now Ogaramo to in a position to help you, development of what. Whereas the whole world was depressed. Not by choice. It's nature, and there's nothing anyone could do.
But big up to those soldiers for those sacrifices. Hopefully somehow it knocked the senses in how to generate money for our art industry.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you very much, Maneso.
Thank you.
This was supposed to be like a 30 minutes, but we are over an hour. That
is why I said it's going to be a long process.
Yeah, it's going to be a long process, and you have a very interesting story. very
Yes.
inspiring, and there's a lot of dedication, hard work, and discipline within the field. And I wish you well for your future endeavors. And guys, as an international artist or performer, please create opportunities for us,
Definitely.
so that whatever that we're gonna learn that side, then
Give it back.
we can give it back with fresh minds. For those people are explore no less about another perspective for him, and this is how things are done that side. Let's adopt this, let's adopt this, let's adopt this. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a sacrifice. We might not have those fruits, but I'm telling you, those benefits that benefit, that follow the path, they're gonna keep something. I want to pretty and Mr. Link the body vice hopani, man, they're doing wonders.
Exceptional.
Yeah.
Actually, you see, hey, Europeans like South Africans,
Yeah.
especially Germany, France,
Yeah.
United States. One go states this correction, the Lion King.
The Lion King, yeah.
It creates a lot of job opportunities for South Africans.
Yeah.
Because it's all over the world. So I so wish later on now we can have something, man, just to make this young African generation believe that tomorrow belongs to them. Because for now, they are very much discouraged.
Yeah, too much.
Yes.
Yeah, and availability of alcoholism and drugs is the easiest thing to get.
Yes.
So yeah, we need to fight that as well. Not that it's wrong, but the way our level of consumption is too much, man. We need to deal with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Thank you, Manesu.
Down